Just a minute, sir.
Hi.
Imran sir. Imran sir,
Yes, sir.
shall we start?
Yes, sir. We can start, sir.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes, sir. Proceed, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and merciful, the most respected Secretary and correspondent Alhaj MG Daud Miakan Sahib sir, our director Dr. A. Rafi sir, our admin manager Janab T. Muhammad Iqbal sir, principal Dr. Mrs. M. Amtul Tawab ma'am, placement officer and IQAC coordinator Dr. M. Hejmiral ma'am. Today our resource person Dr. S. Adalinga Sanjit sir, assistant professor of commerce, Guru Nanak College, Velachery, and other members from placement cell, internal quality assurance cell, and other departments of Qaeda Millat College, and my dear participants. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And a very good morning to one and all present here for our national level webinar on the topic Career in Tamil Nadu Public Services, organized by Placement Cell in association with Internal Quality Assurance Cell, that is IQAC, the Qaida Millat College for Men, Medavakkam, Chennai. Now, let us start the first session, welcome address and the introduction of chief guest speaker. Now, I request our IQAC coordinator and the placement officer, Dr. M. Hejmiral, madam, to deliver the welcome address. Ma'am.
Okay, sir. Let's start, sir. I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible, ma'am. Kindly proceed, ma'am.
In the name of Allah, most gracious and most merciful. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all. On behalf of Placement Cell and Internal Quality Assurance Cell of our college, it's my pleasure to welcome you all for this national level webinar on Career in Tamil Nadu Public Services, organized by Placement Cell and IQAC of the Koide Millet College for Men, Medavakkam, Chennai. I welcome and thank our secretary and correspondent, our director, our principal, and our admin manager for their support in conducting this program. I welcome our chief guest of this webinar, Dr. S. Adilingam Sanjit, Department of Commerce, Guru Nanak College, Velachery, Chennai. I also welcome all the faculty members from various colleges and all participants. I would like to thank our speaker for having accepted to share his knowledge with us. It's my pleasure to introduce our today's guest, Dr. S. Adilinga Sanjit, Department of Commerce, Guru Nanak College, Chennai. He completed his PG and MPhil at St. Xavier's College, Tirunelveli, and he completed his PhD in Commerce at MK University, Madurai. He presented more than 20 papers in various seminars and conferences and also he published 8 research papers in UGC approved Scopus Index and peer-reviewed journals. He is having 9 years of teaching experience, and he is a former additional coordinator of KALIS Coaching Academy, Sri Kalishwari College, Sivahasi, and he is also having 2 years of experience in teaching logical reasoning for bank exam aspirants. And he is a life member in Indian Academic Researchers Association, also member in IAAC Andhra Pradesh, and also member Sports Council Guru Nanak College. And he is an external examiner at Savita University, Chennai, and he acted as a invited speaker at Manoniam Sundarnar University College, Tirunelveli. And he is a guest lecturer in Department of VBA, Nandanam Arts College for Men, Chennai. With these notes, I welcome you all for this webinar. I hope this webinar benefit the student community in providing knowledge in Tamil Nadu public services. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your brief welcome address. Ma'am, shall I move on to next session?
Yes, sir. Proceed, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Let us hand over the session. Our today resource person, Dr. S. Adalinga Sanjit sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Guru Nanak College Autonomous, Velachery, Chennai. Sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Salim. Greetings, everyone. I'm so happy to associate with the Qaeda Millat family. First of all, I thank Madam Dr. Abdul Dawab, Principal, the Qaeda Millat College for Men, for this great opportunity. And I thank Dr. Rafi, Director, for his support to conduct this webinar. I thank my principal, Dr. M.G. Raghunathan, Guru Nanak College, Chennai, for his regular motivation to work on these kind of guest lecture services. And I extend my gratitude to Dr. M. Ajmeeral, a placement officer, and to Dr. Abdul Salim and Imran Basha, webinar coordinators, for arranging this webinar to share my expertise among the students belongs to various disciplines. They have been working for the past 1 week to conduct this webinar for the welfare of the students. So thank you all. In this morning, we are going to see about career opportunities in Tamil Nadu public services. Hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I want to start with one quote, education makes everything possible. So please do educate yourself and also others every day to reach your ambition. So education makes everything possible if you have interest as well as perseverance in your life, right? So educate yourself frequently to achieve your ambition. So, and my kind suggestion is that try to set your goal, work for that daily. So everything is possible when you work hard daily. So for instance, if you want to become a chartered accountant, you should study at least 5 hours in a day to achieve your goal, right? Now, this is my duty to differentiate between government as well as private jobs. In government jobs, you'll be having n number of long-term benefits, but in case of private jobs, jobs are like a silver product which have a short-term life. So this is the time to start, to choose whether government job or a private job. Okay. At the same time, I'm not telling you not to prepare for the campus interview and not to attend the job fairs. Please do attend campus interview, get offer letters and appointment letters, but join after a detailed analysis has made considering the factors affecting the private jobs. So please don't create the attitude like campus placement will be my life, right? It is not like that. So have your offer letters, appointment letters as your achievement during your UG and PG. Okay. Now my question is, how many of you planned your career already? Now my question is, how many of you planned your career already? Please tell me in chat box. Okay. So skills required. So these are the two skills we require to appear for competitive examinations. One is analytical skills and another one is communication skills, right? Everybody has these two skills. Only thing is to exhibit. Okay. So if you want to develop analytical skill, please start thinking, right? So think about your subject, think about your habit, economic background of your family, and think about your ambition, economic status of the country, and so on. So if you read a story, think about that. If you hear any new concept, think about and ask questions, right? Ask what, when, where, who, how, against all you meet in your life, right? So then only you can develop your analytical skills, right? So for developing your analytical skill, thinking, which is very important, thinking about all is very, very important. Okay. So I hope you all start thinking. Okay. Then in case of communication skills, so regarding communication skills, communication in English is very important, right? Both written as well as oral communication. When you start speaking in English, your oral communication will be developed. And when you start writing in English, written communication will come, right? So start practicing yourself in with regards to oral and written communication right from today. Remember, for attending TNPSC exams, communication in Tamil language is most important. Okay, if you are very well in Tamil language, you can answer 50% of the questions which are related to TNPSC exams. And now comes to winning formula, right? Before entering into the core aspect of this webinar, we'll be discussing these winning formulas to practice by yourself. Okay. So you should practice below things which help you to achieve your goal. So information, time, practice, assessment is very important. Discussion, revise, revise in the sense revision of your preparation, and also finally avoid EQ. Okay. So now comes to information. If you follow these formula every day in your life, at least for 6 months or 1 year, you will be getting a government job or a job in a banking sector undertakings. Okay. So information. So if you want to appear for bank exams or competitive examinations, please do collect information about syllabus, exam pattern, eligibility criteria, right? Then only you can proceed further. Okay. So without information, you cannot do anything. You cannot prepare anything. So do collect information as much as possible is very important. And after collecting information, right, try to spend at least 3 hours in a day to prepare for the competitive examination, right? This 3 hours 3 hours of preparation will give you identification, social status, very good social status, and this status will give you a regular income, okay, and which gives you long-term benefits, right? So remember, preparing for competitive examination is a one-time investment, but it gives long-term benefits. Okay, so after spending time for your preparation, try to practice every day. So practice every day like a habit. In addition to your regular work, practice again and again. Have a set of model question paper daily with your classwork note, right? When you find time, work out in the classroom, work out in the canteen, while you traveling from college to home or home to college. So practice at any time and anywhere, right? And then assessment. Remember, self-assessment is enough. Self-assessment is enough in case of preparing for competitive examination, right? So, and we have number of websites offering a practice test in online, and you can assess your performance through those kind of websites also, right? So after assessment, you should discuss, right? You should discuss with your classmates about your performance and try to get clear understanding area, about the area where you're lacking at, right? So discussion. So discussion is very important. Please do discuss with your classmates, right? Those who are also preparing for competitive examination, which is advisable. Okay. Then revise. So after discussion, you may, you may found some areas you are lacking it. So try to revise yourself towards those areas you are lacking at. So revise again and again. Revise all the model question papers, okay, and always think about your techniques of solving questions. Then you'll become a master. Okay, so always think about your techniques of solving mathematical problems or problems from logical reasoning, right? And finally, very important uh, thing which is related to preparing for competitive examination is avoid EQ, entertainment quotient. So like your social media accounts, games and videos, try to avoid all your entertainment quotients, right from today up to getting your job, right? If you prepare, if you prepare genuinely, if you prepare 3 hours in a day, I'm sure you'll be getting your job after 6 months or maximum of 1 year. Okay, so try to avoid your entertainment questions. So stop seeing the videos. Stop seeing the above entertainment questions, games, videos. Then only you can achieve your knowledge without any deviations. Do you remember? Practice yourself without any deviation, right? And then you can see the slide. He is the youngest IPS officer, Hazan Safin from Gujarat. He's also from a very poor family for a financial, background. He, you know, he was become a youngest IPS officer in India at 22 years old, only because of his own interest, only because of collecting information about his ambition, only because of time he spent, those 3 hours in a day, and also only because of avoiding entertainment quotient. Okay, so please do have a role model like this. And in this webinar, we are going to cover, we are going to see about few secrets about TNPSC Group 1, 2, 3, 4, and TNPSC VAO examination, and also Tamil Nadu Uniformed Services Recruitment Board, and also about bank exams. And in case of TNPSC, please do remember, in case of TNPSC, knowledge in Tamil language is the core aspect, because out of 100 questions, right, 50 questions are from 50% of questions from Tamil language. So if you are well in Tamil language, you can clear 50% of the questions. Okay. For English medium students also, we have an option. We have an option to choose either general English as well as general Tamil. If you are from English medium, you can choose general English. Okay. So very important thing is knowledge in Tamil language is the core aspect in case of Tamil Nadu public services or concern.
Sir, Adi sir, sorry to interrupt.
Tell me, sir.
Few students or few participants are unable to join in. So is there any technical havoc in it?
Wait a minute.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, sir. Imran Bacha, sir.
Yes, sir.
அந்த ஹோஸ்ட் யாரு அவங்க வந்து கொஞ்சம் லீவ் ஆகி திரும்பி ரீஜாயின் பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்னா வெயிட் பண்ணக்கூடிய எல்லா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டையும் உள்ள கூட்டிட்டு வந்துடலாம்.
சரி, ஓகே சார். Just a minute, sir.
நீங்க யார் ஹோஸ்ட் அவங்க லீவ் ஆகி திரும்பி ரீஜாயின் பண்ணணும்.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you.
All the participants are requested to wait till the host is rejoining.
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Imran sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, okay.
Yes, sir, now it has been.
Yes. So knowledge in Tamil language is the core aspect. Okay. Now comes to TNPSC Group 1 examination. So do remember it is the highest category of exam in Tamil Nadu, right? And in case of TNPSC Group 1 2020, name of the post, these are all the posts which are called for under TNPSC Group 1 examination. So Deputy Superintendent of Police, Category 1, Assistant Commissioner, Commercial Taxes, Deputy Registrar of Cooperative Society, the District Employment Officer, and Assistant Director of Rural Development Department, and all. And regarding age limit, for all the posts except the post of Assistant Commissioner, Commercial Taxes, the minimum age limit is 21 years. In case of maximum age, we have two different categories. So for SC and SCA, BC, MBC, and BC Muslims candidates, the maximum age limit for this particular post is 37 years, and for other applicants, it is 32 years. And now, in case of Assistant Commissioner Commercial Taxes, we have further two classification of candidates. So for applicants possessing any degree, we have different age limit, and for applicants possessing BL degree with any graduation, those applicants are having a different age limit category, remember. So now first, for applicants possessing any degree, there is no change in minimum age, but in case of maximum age, we have again two categories which are related to maximum age limit. For SC, ST, BC, and BC Muslim candidates, the maximum age limit for applicants possessing only one degree is 37 years, and for other applicants 32 years. But for applicants possessing degree with BL, BL degree with any undergraduation, in case of SC, 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 SCA, BC, and BC Muslim candidates, maximum age limit is 38 years, and in case of other applicants, it is 33 years. Yes, we have age limit concession also for SC, ST, and MBC, BC candidates and BC Muslim candidates. There will be concession up to 5 years from the age, from the maximum age limit. And for differently abled persons, 10 years will be available. And for ex-servicemen, the upper age limit is for open category 48 years, and for SC, 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 ST, MBC, and BC Muslims candidates 53 years. So as usual, for all kind of examinations which are called for under TNPSC Commission, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, the minimum qualification for TNPSC Group 1 is any degree. So from a reputed university, that may be a central or state university, or from an educational institution established by an act of parliament or a deemed university under section 3 of UGC Act 1956. So do remember, one degree, undergraduation degree is enough. Right? So now you just see we have some preference for the candidates, those who are appearing for Deputy Superintendent of Police, right? Preference will be given to a candidate who possesses a national awards for physical efficiency. Take for an example, if a candidate who possesses national level sports certificate, that candidate will be given a preference while recruiting candidates for Deputy Superintendent of Police category 1 and national level NCC certificate. You know about RDC Pride, RDC Pride and NCC C certification. If your candidate possesses those kind of national level certificates, they'll be given preference while recruiting Deputy Superintendent of Police category 1. And in case of Assistant Commissioner Commercial Taxes, we have different preferences. First preference will be given to a candidate who possesses a degree in commerce as well as law, together with diploma in taxation. And second preference will be given to a candidate who possesses degree both in commerce as well as law. Third preference will be given to a candidate who possesses a degree in commerce, either in commerce or law. And fourth preference will be given to a candidate who possesses degree in commerce or law, right? Like this, we have preferences. So if you have undergraduation, you are eligible. But if you have these kind of special degrees, or these kind of specialization, you'll be given preference in case of recruiting assistant commissioner commercial taxes. And for deputy registrar of cooperative societies, first preference will be given to a candidate who possess MA cooperation degree, and second preference will be given to MCOM degree with cooperation. And what about third preference? Third preference will be given to a candidate who possess BA cooperation degree. Okay. And in case of district employment officer, graduate in economics, education, sociology, statistics, or psychology will be given preference. And what about assistant director of rural development department? Postgraduate degree in rural services will be given importance or preference. And postgraduate degree or diploma in extension, postgraduate degree or diploma in sociology will be given preference in case of assistant director of rural development department. And now comes to physical qualification, right? So for other posts, there is no physical measurement test, but in case of deputy superintendent of police category 1 and district officer fire and rescue services, we have physical measurement test. In case of deputy superintendent of police category 1, for men, he should possess 165 centimeters of height, and he should possess 86 centimeters of chest measurement. In case of expansion, that should be not less than 5 centimeters. Remember, for women, she could possess 155 centimeters of height. There is no chest measurement in case of women candidates. And now comes to district officer fire and rescue services for men. Now here we have height as well as weight will be given preference. So for men, the height will be 165 centimeters and weight will be 50 kgs, right? And for women, 155 centimeters of height is enough. In case of weight, 50 kg will be required. So physical fitness for the following posts, a candidate should submit a physical fitness certificate, right? So in case of deputy collector, rural development, assistant director, assistant commissioner of labor department, cooperative registrar of cooperative societies, right? So for these kind of posts, a vision certificate is required, vision certificate, right? Which is prescribed by the commission. So a vision standard prescribed by the commission is standard 3. What about standard 3? It is nothing but a vision, distance vision should be in 6:9 measurement without any glasses, right? So this particular physical fitness certificate will be submitted by the candidate, which is prescribed in the prescribed format by the commission, right? So in case of vision, standard 3 is enough. What is standard 3? 6:9 measurement, 6/9 measurement without wearing glasses. So now comes to exam pattern. So in case of TNPSC Group 1, we have 2 categories of exam. One is preliminary exam and another one is main exam. Main exam consists of descriptive test and interview records. So in case of exam pattern, which is continuous, so it includes Group 1 preliminary examination, which includes these are all the aspects, general science, current events, geography, Indian polity, Indian economy, history and Indian culture, Indian national movement, aptitude and mental ability. And aptitude is related to mathematical problems. And what about mental ability? It is related to analytical area. Okay. Now the question pattern. So in case of preliminary examination, it consists of 175 questions from general studies, which we have discussed in last slide, and it consists of 25 questions, which are related to aptitude and mental ability. So totally 200 questions will be available. Maximum marks 300. Duration is 3 hours. So do remember, each question carries 1.5 marks. So you'll be having less than 1 minute to answer a question. In case of main exam, so main exam, which is descriptive type examination, so that descriptive test carries 750 marks, and interview records carries 100 marks. What about syllabus? It consists of 3 papers. Main exam consists of 3 papers. Paper 1 is related to general aptitude, which you are seeing in this slide. And in case of paper 2, it is related to Indian polity and emerging political trends across the across the world. And paper 3 is consists of Indian geography, and with a special reference to Tamil Nadu, and it also consists of biodiversity, right, and all. Do remember these syllabus, which are all up to undergraduation level, right? So you have to study right from 6th standard to your undergraduation level textbooks, which is enough to appear for TNPSC examination, remember. And what about marks and time duration? In case of general studies, paper 1, 2, and 3, each carries 250 marks, so totally 750 marks, which we have discussed. And interview records, we have 100 marks, so totally 850 marks, 3 hours for every paper. Do remember, for every paper we have 3 hours. So as usual, we have 3 hours for each paper. So now comes to TNPSC Group 2. As we discussed earlier, minimum age limit for TNPSC examination is 21 years. For maximum age limit, so please click on the below link to view to see more about the maximum age limit and also preferences which are related to degrees which you possess. And minimum qualification for TNPSC Group 2 exam is any degree. And in case of additional qualification, just click the below link. Okay. And now these are all the following posts which are called for under TNPSC Group 2 examination. So what about industrial cooperative officer in the industries and commerce, and probation officer in the social defense department, junior employment officer, probation officer in the prison department, and assistant inspector of labor. Like this, the posts which is going on. So try to have some idea about these kind of posts. So please do refer. Please keep in touch with TNPSC website frequently, daily. Okay. So the list which is going on: assistant section officer, supervisor of industrial cooperative societies, and posts: handloom inspectors, senior inspector of cooperative societies, revenue assistant in the revenue department. So n number of posts we have under TNPSC Group 2 examination. In case of exam pattern, there is no change between Group 1 and Group 2. In case of prelims, right, as usual, 175 questions from general studies, 25 questions from mental and aptitude. Remember, these preliminary exams, exam questions are at 10th standard level only. So it is so easy to clear preliminary examination in case of TNPSC Group 2. So 200 questions. So each question carries 1.5 marks. So, but in case of main exam, there will be a change between TNPSC Group 1 as well as Group 2, right? So in case of Group 2 examination, main exam is concerned. Main exam consists of two parts. One is English to Tamil, part A and part B. Part A consists of English to Tamil translation for 50 marks and Tamil to English translation for 50 marks. And what about part B? Letter writing, it consists of letter writing for 40 marks. If you have studied business communication in a very well manner, you can get this particular 40 marks. So letter writing, official, 40 marks. Comprehension, precise writing. We know about precise writing. It is nothing but writing an abstract about a vast concept, or writing an abstract out of an hour speech, right? Out of a passage or paragraph. So that is regarding precise writing. So what about essay writing on Tirukkural? So very interesting. If you are very well in Tirukkural, you will be getting 40 marks. Essay writing on Tirukkural. Hints development. So again 40 marks. I'm sorry, I didn't mention. So totally 300 marks, 3 hours duration, right? And comes to TNPSC Group 3. These are all the major posts which are called for under TNPSC Group 3. The technicians for public sector undertakings, constables, attenders, assistant sub-inspectors in case of related to labor department, income tax department, and all. As usual, we have minimum age limit 18 to 30 years. So educational qualification, so minimum educational qualification, 60% of marks in higher secondary or graduation from any stream. Regarding syllabus, after TNPSC Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, and TNPSC VO examination, the syllabus will be more or less same. So the syllabus for TNPSC Group 3 exams are, consist of general English, general Tamil, general knowledge, and general aptitude and logical reasoning. What about exam pattern? We have written examination as well as oral test and certificate verification. Now comes to written examination. It consists of 2 papers, right? So 2 types of question papers will be set. One is general knowledge, it is common, and another one is another one is general Tamil or general English. So there will be a chance to choose either general Tamil or general English. But general knowledge is compulsory. It is compulsory for all. Okay. So the question paper will be framed in such a way that 100 questions will be on general knowledge, and remaining 100 questions will be either in general English or general Tamil. And if you clear your written examination, you will be called for oral test, that is interview, if you have applied for interview post. So in case of non-interview post, you will be directly called for certificate verification based on the community breakup, remember, right? So what about interview? Interview will be conducted for 40 marks. Now comes to TNPSC Group 4. It is our favorite examination, The name of the posts which are called for under TNPSC Group 4 are Junior Assistant, Non-Security and Security, Bill Collector, Grade 1, Typist, Steno Typist, Grade 3, and Field Surveyor and Draftsman. So what about age limit in case of Group 4? Yes, we have different types of age limit. In case of SC and SCA, ST candidates, maximum age limit is 35 years. What about MBC, BC and BC Muslims? 32 years. And for other candidates, 30 years. And for the persons who are trained in survey in ITI, Tamil Nadu, in respect of posts of field surveyor and draftman, which is 35 years. So SSLC, 10th qualification is enough to appear for TNPSC Group 4 examination. But do remember, if you have undergraduate degree, you will be given preference. You will be getting department level promotions very easy, right? So please do, get your undergraduation and then write your examination. So in case of technical qualifications, right, for TNPSC Group 4 examination, for typist post as well as for stenotypist post, there will be a preference for a candidate who possesses typewriting certificate both in high English as well as Tamil, and also both in higher as well as lower, right? So for stenotypist, the candidate must have passed the government technical examination both in typewriting and in shorthand, right? So in case of computer qualification, the candidate must be passed the computer certificate course in case of, with regards to office automation awarded by the technical education department. So anyway, if you possess typewriting both in lower as well as higher, both in Tamil and English, you will be given preference. But in case of some posts, right, if you want to apply for some post in TNPSC Group 4, you should possess typewriting certificate number. And now syllabus as usual, which we have discussed earlier, we have general science, India's history, India's geography, economics and commerce, Indian politics, national movement of India, and current events. Now syllabus continues. So general English paper consists of the following areas. So simple, match the following: synonyms, antonyms, then prefix, suffix, articles, tense, voices, and then comprehension. Select the correct plural forms like this. It is going on. Now comes to exam pattern, which I have already told you. We have two papers. Paper 1 is general knowledge. It is a common paper for all the candidates. And what about another paper? Another paper, we have one option to choose, and another paper, you can choose general Tamil paper or general English paper, right? So totally 100 questions will be available in each paper. So 300 marks. So each question carries 1.5 marks. So 3 hours of duration. So the same pattern will be, continuous. Now comes to our another favorite examination, TNPSC VAO examination, Village Administrative Officer. Do you remember it is equal to Sub-Inspector of Police? It is the equal cadre of Sub-Inspector. Without village administrator concerned, nothing will happen in a particular area, remember. So, right. So the minimum age limit is 21 years. Maximum will be 30 years. In case of reserved candidates, maximum age limit is 40 years. So minimum qualification is SSLC. Again, I'll tell you, if you possess a degree, undergraduation or post-graduation, you'll be getting preference, and also you'll be easily getting department level promotions, right? You cannot get any department level promotions with SSLC qualification. Remember, you can pass, you can pass your examination, but you cannot get any department level promotions, right? Do remember. So please do graduate yourself. Okay. So VAO examination, which is also consists of three important areas: general English, general Tamil, and general knowledge. The same exam pattern, which is also applicable for VAO examination, which we have discussed in TNPSC Group 4, right? So general English, same as Group 4. General knowledge consists of these all the areas. Written examination, there will be 100 marks in each section. So in case of general knowledge, 100 questions. In case of general Tamil or general English, which is also 100 questions, again the same 200 questions, 300 marks. Each question carries 1.5 marks. Do remember, hardly you will be having less than 1 minute to answer for a question. What about Tamil Nadu Uniformed Services Recruitment Board? Right? I will not take normal police constable, but I have taken the facts which are related to sub-inspector post. Okay, because it is a dream of our youth students to become a police officer, especially sub-inspector. So the age limit is 20, maximum is 28 years. In case of BC and BC Muslim candidates, MBC candidates, there will be a concession in upper age limit. The upper age limit in case of the above classes is 30 years. And in case of SC and ST candidates, it is the maximum age limit is 33 years. What about ex-servicemen? 45 years. And for departmental candidates, 45 years, the same. Educational qualification. You must be very careful about educational qualification in case of sub-inspector examination. Bachelor degree is enough, but it should come across the pattern, this particular pattern. What is that? What is that particular pattern? You should come across, you should finish 10th plus 2 and plus 3, that is undergraduation. This particular pattern is very, very important. A candidate with a bachelor's degree through open universities, all right, will not be eligible, remember, will not be eligible in the sense, if a candidate who studied, who studied in open universities, avoiding that particular pattern, 10 plus 2 and UG pattern, will not be eligible, right? Do remember. And written examination is conducted by the commission for 70 marks, and physical measurement test, which is also be conducted by the commission for 15 marks only, right? In case of interview, 10 marks will be allotted for interview. And very, very important thing, beauty of NCC and NSS, and also sports certificates, right, will be getting extra 5 marks, right? If you possess your NCC certificate, NSS certificate, and also sports, district level sports certificates, will be getting 5 marks, special marks, remember. So totally 100 marks for the test. Syllabus consists of GK and psychology. GK consists of general science, history of India, geography, economics and commerce. Psychology consists of logical analysis, numerical analysis, information handling ability, and mental ability test. Okay. I hope you all understood about the exam pattern and marks which are related to TNPSC exams. Now we are going to move on to bank exams. Okay. In case of India, IBBS, Institute of Banking Personnel Selection Commission, right? It is an autonomous body controlled by the government of India, is conducting examination for recruiting candidates for public sector undertakings. You can see the list of public sector banks for which the IBBS is conducting examination. Allahabad, Canara Bank, IDBI Bank, like this list which is going on. Indian Overseas. We know now there is no Corporation Bank as well as Andhra Bank. Now we have only Union Bank of India. Now, so in case of bank exams, two very important posts are there, two very important posts which are available in case of banking institutions. One is probationary officer, PO, right? And another one is clerks, clerical examination, clerical post. These are all the familiar posts which are called for under IBBS, right? In case of PO examination, we have two exams, again preliminary exam as well as main exam. What about exam pattern? What about syllabus? It consists of reasoning, English language, numerical ability, general knowledge, and computer knowledge. You can click on this particular below link to see about the detailed information about the syllabus for probationary officer examination, right? So see this particular list: reasoning, English language, numerical ability, general awareness, computer knowledge, right? See, English language we can study, general awareness also we can study, computer knowledge, yes, we can study with the help of a book. Only thing is you have to practice reasoning as well as numerical ability. Both are related to mathematics, right? So please do concentrate more on reasoning as well as numerical ability. Rest of the three areas which will be covered by you by reading a book. And nowadays all bank exams which are conducted by IBBS as well as by private banks, in online only. So online exams are conducted by the commission as well as separate banks, right? So please do ready for online exams. So we have number of websites which are offering practice online tests which are related to bank exams or concerned. So try to keep in touch with those websites and do some practice tests, because time is very important. For every section we have separate time which will be allotted. For reasoning we have limited time. For numerical ability we have limited time. If the time which is over, automatically that particular part will be closed and another part will be open. See, if you are answering logical reasoning, 40 questions may be available. You will be having 40 minutes or 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, right, the system will not ask you to will not ask you to go to next part. Automatically after 45 minutes the system will bring you to next part, right? So that you must be very careful about time as well as operations which are related to online exam. Exam pattern in case of probationary officers, we have prelims as well as main. So in case of preliminary examination, this will be the pattern of exam. It consists of three areas. One is English language, another one is quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability. English language for 30 marks, quantitative aptitude for 35 marks, and reasoning ability for 35 marks, totally 100 marks, 1 hour, right? If you clear your preliminary examination, you can go for main exam, or you can attend main examination. It consists of these are all the areas. You must very careful about the minutes, right, which will be allotted for each and every area. Reasoning and computer, 60 marks, 60 minutes. English language, 35 questions, 40 minutes. Data analysis and interpretation, right, 35 questions but 45 minutes. General economy, financial and banking awareness, 40 questions, 35 minutes. And for essay writing, only 2 questions. Remember, essay writing in the sense it is a descriptive type of question. You have to type your answer on the spot. The above categories are multiple choice questions, but in case of essay writing, you have to type your answer within 30 minutes, right, on the spot. So totally 157 questions for 225 marks. Do remember, you will be getting right? You'll be having less than 40 seconds, not less than 1 minute, less than 40 seconds to answer a question, remember. So so the category, exam pattern continuous. There will be a negative marking. If you answered wrongly for 4 questions, you'll be deducting 1 mark, which means 0.25 marks will be deducted for a wrong answer, right? There is no deduction for not answering the question. Okay. So, and what about interview process? In case of interview, that will be conducted for 20 marks, right? So for interview, you'll be very familiar with general knowledge, which are related to banking industry. Now comes to clerical examination. What about age limit? 20 years minimum, maximum 28 years. In case of age relaxation, for SC/ST candidates, 5 years will be relaxed, and for BC candidates, 3 years. Then person with disability, 10 years will be relaxed. What about pattern? Now for clerical examination also we have a prelim as well as exam. So before 5 years we have only one exam for clerical post, but for from past 2 years we have preliminary examination as well as main exam for clerical post also, right? Now comes to preliminary examination. For clerical post, we have English language, numerical ability, reasoning ability. So from English language, we have 30 questions, 20 minutes will be available. Numerical ability, 35 questions, 20 minutes. Reasoning ability, 35 questions, 20 minutes. Totally 100 questions, 100 marks, 1 hour. So what about main exam pattern, right? In case of main examination is concerned, right? So I'll be giving the link for the main exam syllabus. Please do click on that particular link to see more about the syllabus for main exam in case of clerical post. See this main exam pattern. It consists of general or financial awareness, 50 questions, 35 minutes. General English, only 40 questions, 35 minutes. Reasoning and computer aptitude, that is computer knowledge, 50 questions and 45 minutes. Quantitative aptitude, 50 questions, 45 minutes, right? Please do practice yourself. Otherwise, it is not possible to answer each and every questions from these all the areas within this particular stipulated time, remember, right? I'm sure if I'm giving you one model question to you, right, you all can answer every question. You all can answer all the 200 190 questions within a week, right, without any support from others. But the time is you have to finish these 180 questions within 160 minutes, right? Hardly you'll be having 40 seconds to answer a question, remember. That is very, very important, okay? So please do practice, do plan yourself about reducing the time duration for workouting a question. That is very important. So for what purpose we are going to practice daily? For the purpose of reducing, for the purpose of managing time only, right? Because if I give you one model question, you all can answer all the questions within a week without any support, right? Only the matter is the management of time. For that only we are practicing again and again and reduce the time duration for workouting a single question, okay? And this is about the latest notification, which you may have already known. So the Institute of Banking Personnel Selection has released the official notification for common recruitment process for regional rural banks, right? You might have already, right, known about. So the last date to apply for IBPS Regional Rural Bank PO as well as clerical recruitment is July 21, right? 10 days to go. So please refer IBBS website. So the minimum qualification is a degree, which is enough. So I have taken two more leading private sector banks for your for your more understanding. And what about first one, HDFC, and another one is Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. So at national level, HDFC stands first, and what about state level? Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank is a private bank, leading private bank. So in case of HDFC, the age must be above 18 years and below 25 years. So as usual, syllabus consists of the same: reasoning, English knowledge, numerical ability, general awareness, computer knowledge. But the thing is, only one written exam will be conducted by HDFC, not by IBBS. IBBS will not conduct examination for private banks. Private banks or private banks are conducting their own examination. So there is no two examination, prelims and main exam, only one written exam and then personal interview. What about exam pattern for written examination? Same: reasoning, English knowledge, quantitative aptitude, general awareness, computer knowledge. So totally how many marks? Right? Totally 200 marks, 120 minutes. Now TMP, right? These are all the courses which are called for under Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank examinations are concerned. TMP, which is also conducting separate exam for their for recruiting candidates for their banks. So probationary officer, as usual, clerical. But the beauty is they're also recruiting agriculture officer and assistant managers directly. What about the probationary officers? A candidate should possess 60% of the marks in their undergraduation or post-graduation, which is enough. But the candidate should possess enough computer knowledge, computer proficiency in MS Word or MS Office from a recognized institute. What about educational qualification? Minimum degree. A graduate is enough with 55% of marks in case of clerks. Do you remember, in case of POs, 60% of marks which is required. But in case of clerical examination, 55% of marks is enough, right? What about age limit? Maximum age limit for graduates 24 years, and for postgraduates it is 26 years. What about agriculture officer? Graduation in agriculture with minimum of 50 marks, which is enough. So, for example, a candidate who possesses BSc agriculture degree will be eligible, right? The maximum age limit will be 30 years. TMP Bank exam syllabus, which is also consists of aptitude, reasoning, English, as well as general knowledge, which we have discussed earlier, right? So thank you for this great opportunity. Thank you for patience in listening the session. I hope you all understand the basic concepts which are related to TNPSC and bank exams. So please start your preparation and win your life. Thank you. So dear participants, if you have any questions, please ask me in chat box. Otherwise, we can wind up.
Dear participants, if you have
Salim,
any kind of doubts, kindly update in the chat box.
Salim sir,
Yes, sir.
if we don't have any question, we can wind up. Don't worry.
No, sir. We
Okay.
few students have
Yes.
asked
Okay.
personally,
Okay.
which institute to join for the bank exams or TNPSC exams? Students have asked.
See, in case of institutes, all the institutes are teaching the same, teaching the same techniques, same tricks and shortcuts, right? Only thing is they have brand, right? If we take some institutes from Chennai, they have their own brand, so that don't worry about institutes. You can join any small institute nearby your home because they're all teaching the same, right? So don't worry about the institute.
Okay. So one more question. What is the time limit or how long should we study in a day for this, for cracking TNPC exams?
So please do remember at least 3 hours. At least 3 hours. You have to study 3 hours in a day at least, right? That is enough. Minimum 3 hours. Of course, in some areas we have free coaching classes are available. In Velachery we have Saidi Turaisamy Academy,
Yes, sir.
in Chennai we have a number of institutes which are related to Saidi Turaisamy Academy. They are training the students at free of cost. So please do approach Saidi Turaisamy Academy, right?
Okay, sir. Sir, since there was some technical error, can we upload this recorded session in any kind of forum or session link so that few participants can get benefited out of this?
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, sir.
I'll give you link.
Sure, sir.
Participants, any other questions?
No, sir. He is cleared.
Very good. Answer,
Yes, sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir. Carry on, sir.
Okay. Imran sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we are moving on to the vote of thanks session. Thank you, Adilingam Sanjit sir, for a wonderful session. It was indeed a thought-provoking and career-intensive webinar. Thank you, sir, for covering all the TNPSC and bank exams related topics elaborately. And I hope and I believe that our participants have benefited through this webinar. I thank our management for giving us the support and freedom to conduct such webinars. I thank our secretary and correspondent, Janab Alhaj Daud Mia Khan Sahib, for being our encourager and motivator. I thank our director, Dr. A. Rafi sir, and admin manager, T. Mohammad Iqbal sir, for being a guiding force throughout our programs. And I thank our principal madam, Dr. Amtulta madam, and our placement cell coordinator and IQAC coordinator, Dr. Hajmiral ma'am, for being the supporting system throughout our programs. I also thank each and everyone who has joined us throughout the program and listened to this session. And I pray to the Almighty for the health and well-being of all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I thank all the organizers for this great opportunity. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, and the feedback link will be shared right now.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Students, the participants kindly note down.
Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback link to get the certificate.